to call now Auckland Transport to say, what the fuck? Alright, Auckland Transport's number is 355-3553. Let's give them a call.
And welcome to Auckland Transport. We're currently experiencing high call volumes. If your call is not urgent, please consider giving us a call back later. Otherwise, for parking and fines, press 1. For public transport or hop cards, press 2. If you are calling about an infringement, please enter the notice number now, or continue to hold for the next available agent. You entered. If this is correct, press 1 to try. Thank you. Please continue to hold for the next available agent. Your call may be recorded for verification, training and quality purposes.
Great.
We may ask you for information about yourself to enable us to process your request.
Your call's being recorded for YouTube.
Details about how we collect, use, store and protect your information, please refer to our customer privacy policy.
You don't protect anybody's information. You pass it on.
Auckland Transport is interested in your feedback on
Oh, no, you're not.
provide the best service to you. If you'd like to participate in a short survey after your call, press 1 now. Otherwise, please wait while we connect you to the next available customer services representative.
While we're on hold,
Query or pay your fines online.
shut up.
Visit www.at.govt.nz.
Last night,
Fines.
for some reason, in the last month, I've got over. In the last month alone, I've got over 3,500 subscribers, and I don't know why. So let's do a refresh and see if I hit 10,000, guys. What do you reckon? Am I going to get it? Oh, it's slowing down. 9978. They're just cock teasing me, aren't they? $3,513 subscribers in 1 month. It took me 10 years to get the other 6,000. 6,500. Not that I care. It makes no difference to my dick size whatsoever.
You're speaking with DK. How can I help?
Sorry, your name was DK, was it?
Yes, absolutely. How can I help?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Not too bad. Would you like an infringement number, or is the number I entered already?
Just give me a moment. I'll have a look. That won't have. Do you have the notice number?
The infringement notice number is 90223 16033.
What's the license plate of the parcel?
FAN is in FAN 394.
394.
Yep.
You are the owner of this car, correct?
I am one of the registered owners, correct?
Let me have a look. Sorry, it just takes a couple of seconds to load. Just give me a moment.
That's alright. Computers were made to slow us down.
Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's slow.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. I'm just having a bit of difficulty finding it. How's your day been so far?
Oh, not too bad. Does it help if I tell you that I received a notice of court fine regarding it?
Let me just pop it open. Let me just please open it first.
Sure, okay.
Then I can discuss what needs to be discussed, because I need to find it first. And you said you're the owner. What's your full name?
Mark Donald Eric Keane.
Sorry, can you go a bit slowly, please?
Sorry, Mark Donald Eric Keane.
And what's your address, Mark?
Is one.
And what's the postal code for that? Sorry, can I also get a mobile number and an email in case we need to contact you?
Sure, it's OC. And the
email address, please?
Is CKA, as in commonly known as Mark, M-A-R-K,
Alright.
then O-T-H-O, as in of the house of, then King,
Yep.
KEEN@gmail.com.
Thank you so much, Mark. I really appreciate you giving that information. Because you said you were the owner of the car and it shows up in our system, I can give you this information. How can I help you with this one? What's happening?
Well, what's happening is on the 7th of August I received a notice of court fine from the courts saying that it had been passed over to them.
Yes, I can see that on the 31st of 7th. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. On the 31st of the 7th, you guys also received a $5 payment. Now, I've been making an automatic payment to Auckland Transport every week to clear the fee.
Yes.
And that hasn't stopped. In fact, tomorrow there'll be another $5 going through to Auckland Transport, which will bring the fee down to $50, not the 65 that's written here. Granted, 65 was on the notice of fine because they received it on the 31st of July. So my question being is, I'm going to be filing an application to dispute that the fine has been lodged in the court, because it shouldn't have been. You guys have been getting regular payments weekly, and it'll finish around, I think it's the 23rd of October is when the last payment happens.
So I can see $5 payment was given on the 25th of last month.
Well, you received it. You might have received it on the 25th. Yeah. I've got them set to come out on the Wednesday, so it would have come out on the 24th, and then the 31st, and then the 7th, and then tomorrow the 14th. I've got records of all of that anyway, but that's not. My question is that now that it's over to the court, what do I do about the automatic payment to you guys? Because what I would like to do is keep it continuing, so I don't default on any payments.
Okay. Mark, did anyone tell you that we can make? Who told you that we can make part payments? Did anyone tell you, or you just chose to make?
Well, the notice on your thing gives options of using Afterpay and Zip, and the payments, it's already loaded in my bank. So I mean, I just set up an automatic payment, found Auckland Transport, put in the PPN number, and set it up at $5 a week. The reason that
are you using? Sorry, I've got to stop you here. So I just try to understand. You just set up a bank account and you're making automatic payments to AT, correct? That's what you're doing. You're not following the Zip, right?
No, I'm not using Zip or Afterpay, but Zip or Afterpay shows that you do accept part payments, and the fact that you've been receiving $5 a week from me for 4 months, and it's been taking the total down, to me would show that you do accept them. Otherwise you'd be saying we don't accept them, stop the AP, we need payment in full. But you didn't do that.
Unfortunately, we don't. I don't know where you got this information from, because we do tell the customers if they're having some financial issues or financial hardship, they can use the Zip option, which allows them to make the payment in full, and then it deducts the amount with the.
It's still a part payment that comes out from the customer's side.
But it's from a part from customer side, but not from AT. AT is received the full amount, but in your case,
either way, I've been giving you guys $5 a week for the last 4 months, and you've been accepting it. It's been coming off of the total of the infringement fee.
Well, because you're putting an account, obviously it's going to get allocated to the infringement. So which would show that you're accepting a part payment. No,
I'm sorry. The last 4 months to me proves that you accept part payments.
Okay. No. So let me just clarify this part.
Go ahead.
We do see payment. I'm not denying the fact that we don't see payment. We do see that $5 payment that you're making. However, AT does not accept part payments.
Then why didn't you notify me or stop that 4 months ago when I started it?
Well, did you query to the team and tell them that you're making this?
I set up the automatic payment, and then I contacted Auckland Transport to inform them that has been done. I'm sure I have that recorded somewhere. I record all of my calls, so I will have that on record.
I don't see anything particularly here. I'm so sorry about this.
That's all right. There could be a flaw at your end, not noting it, but I certainly have record of that happening. And then what happened in June is I got contacted by Baycorp, and I told Baycorp that I'd been paying it off. They wanted me to set up an AP with them. I told them they were if I could just finish. I told them that they are third-party interlopers. I have no interest in doing any sort of dealings with Baycorp. I'm already honouring the fee by paying it at $5 a week, and they sent it back to you guys saying that it was in dispute. Baycorp told me that I would be getting a call from AT possibly in the next month or so. I got no call. All I got was a notice of court fine on the 7th of August.
No. So AT does
It's not no. It's not no. That's what happened. I have, like I say, I need to inform you. I record everything. So I have records of everything I've done from step 1 to now. And I'm recording this, just as you are. But my question is, what happens with the AP, and what about, because if the courts are asking me for a fine of $65, you guys have it on record that I'm up to $55. There's a $10 difference. So what happens? How do I get that $10 back off of AT?
Well, because it's gone to court, once a fine goes to court, it's better that that's the process that we have. You need to contact the court.
I have, and I'm disputing it.
You're disputing, and have you got that disputing?
The application to dispute the court fine, I'm going to be filling out and sending through to them today with evidence of every payment that I've made to Auckland Transport. Basically, Auckland Transport are using the courts as debt collection because they had no luck with Baycorp. It's that simple. And yet the entire time I've been paying you guys $5 a week, I've remained in honour, I'm honouring the fee, and I'm paying you guys on a regular basis. In law,
we can see that payment. We're not denying that the payment is not here.
So you can see that I've paid it, and at the moment the balance of that fee at your end should be $55. Is that correct?
5, 10, 15. Sorry, I've just gone 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. $50 payment.
Not $95. I mean, $85 has been paid through to you, but as from tomorrow. As from the balance from tomorrow, according to my bank records, tomorrow another $5 will go through to you guys on a Wednesday, and the balance would then be $50. So not counting tomorrow's payment, the balance is $55, which means that there's a $10 difference between what you guys have and what the court has been notified of the fine of $65. Because they obviously received it 10.
They may have added charges.
No, they've added $30 court costs, which is not what I'm talking about. In fact, the whole reason I set up this AP in the first place was to avoid it going to court and to avoid incurring $30 court costs. The last bus ticket I got, just hear this just for a second. The last bus ticket I got, I challenged. It took me 18 months, 4 trips to court, and in the end I paid it off at $5 a week. So I thought I'd skip all of that and just pay you guys $5 a week, which is what was the end result of the last time. Okay, because it hasn't happened in a certain time frame, now you've passed it on to the courts.
We don't pass it. It's an automatic process. We don't just pass the details.
Oh, well, how did the courts get them? The court got them because Auckland Transport passed it to the courts.
Mark, if you let me complete, I'll let you know what I
Sure, go ahead.
Firstly, you get a first notice, alright? Then you get a reminder notice. The reminder notice gives you 28 days, alright, to query your pay. If it goes past the 28 days, then it goes to Baycorp. Baycorp give you a better bit of time. I think it's 80 days that they give you.
Well, it didn't go to court. I didn't get a notice of court hearing. I didn't have a preliminary hearing, and I didn't have a defended hearing. So it didn't get. I started the AP after I got the reminder.
I understand.
Thank you.
Mark, let me complete, please. Then I'm acknowledging what you're saying. Let me complete, and at least I'll tell you what the process is.
Sure. I realise this is nothing personal to you, my friend. I realise you've just got a job.
I'm trying to get quickly to understand what happens.
Mhm.
If PACOP gives you 80 days, alright, if it goes past the 80 days, then it goes to court. It's automatic. It's not something that we just pass on. Yes, this customer is not paid.
Do you know why that happens? It happens because an infringement after the date of the infringement, which was the 9th of February, it must be lodged with the court within 6 months. That is why it happens within 80 days. So I've studied law for 10 years and I've been in court many, many times, so I am aware of how the process goes.
Alright, now because it's gone to court and you said you've already contacted court and you're disputing it,
Mhm.
you need to fill that form in and send it to the team.
Mhm.
They will then have a look into it and then see what they can do from their end.
It'll either be accepted or it'll be declined. That's what will happen. And I understand that you don't work for the Ministry of Justice, so you shouldn't really be explaining me their process. That's for them to do. And I just got off the phone with the courts, so I've just spoken to them. So I know what their process is.
In terms of you, because you've already made $5 payment, which we can see.
I've made 19 $5 payments.
Well, I only see up till I don't know where the maybe in the old record, but the only payment that I see is up till $50, and the last payment was paid on 25/07/2024. After that, there was no payment. After that, it was logged with court on the what date was it? 31st or the 7th.
Well, on the 25th. The amount would have been left owing of $70, so you would have received $80 by the 25th of July.
Oh, let me look. Oh, yeah, I can see some more here.
Sorry, I'm just doing the math in my head while you're telling me, but...
Sorry, I am just trying to see, because there's another page I have to go. So I'll have to count that. That's $50 on the first page. Let's go on the second, 55. Then another 60.
So it would have been about $80 paid to you by the time it got passed on to the court.
85.
Exactly. Okay, so that is why the amount of $65 for the fine was passed over to the court, because 85 and 65 equals 150, which was the infringement fee. So we're on the same page there, yeah?
Yes. So I counted that. No, so you have to dispute it with the court first.
That's what I'm doing. Yep.
And then in the meantime, because you're making payments.
I'm not gonna stop the automatic payments to you guys. That can continue, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to default on giving you any money. I'm just going to keep it running. But my question is, now that it's over to the courts, you're showing that I've paid $80. I can show that I've now paid $95 because there's been 3 weeks past since you have counted up. So what happens to that balance? Because as far as I'm concerned, if it's gone over to the courts for 65, you're saying that I've paid 85. This week there'll be $100 paid to you. I mean, this week it'll be up to the total of $100 of the 150, which is a $15 difference between. So how do I get that money back off of you guys?
Have you explained this to the court?
Yes. And I'm happy to do a notice of summary judgment to the court, showing the judge that you guys are wasting their resources and their time.
Okay. If you believe you made extra payment, or if you want some sort of
sorry, a belief is absent fact. It's not a belief. I have the proof and fact that my that my bank statements show I've been making payments. It's not a belief.
No problem. I can give you an email address. If you made overpayment of any sort, you need to email those details to the email. I'll just give you that now. Give me a moment.
So is this how? Will this explain to me how I get that money back off of Auckland Transport? Because if you
that is another department. I can give you an email address, and I can tell you what details to include in the email.
Sure.
And the team can get back to you within 10 working days.
Cool.
That's the best thing I can do for you right now.
Is that the fines inquiry at justice.govt.nz? Or?
No.
No,
if you wanted to get in touch with AT with any sort of refunds, it's an AT email.
Okay.
If you've got a pen and paper handy, I can give you that now. Sure. Let me know when you're ready. And I will
got a pen ready to go.
Sure, problem. No problem. I will let you know. It's infringements. So do you want me to spell it out, or you?
No, I've got that. Infringements. Yep.
It's receivable. So the word is receivable with a S at the end.
Sorry, infringements, receivables.
No. So it's not infringements. It's infringements. So there's no S at the end.
Okay. Yep.
After infringements. And then the word receivables. So
RECIEV.
No. I'll spell it out for you just to make sure. RECEIVABLES.
Yes. Got that.
At
AT.
Full stop.
.govt.nz.
Absolutely, you got it correct. Now, when you're making any sort of refund that you want, they do ask you a couple of details, such as customer can email the details with the following: bank account number, presentation of presentation bank statement, deposit not necessary. So you don't need to provide that, but you need to provide your infringement number, vehicle registration number, postal address, contact number.
Hang on, infringement number, rego number. Yep.
Postal address.
Postal.
Which is your address, and your contact number, and the account number. And I would say that explain all this to them when you're emailing, so they understand this. They understand the scenario of what has happened, and then they can look into it, and then they can see if a refund can be issued based on what was provided. They do take 10 working days, so just make sure you do it as soon as you can.
So they're who I contact to get the money back if the court says, tough shit, we're going to take the money out of your bank account. And in other words, if the dispute with the court isn't accepted, then I'll pay them, and then I'll contact the infringement receivables for the refund from your end.
No, because if you're wanting any sort of refund from AT, this is the email that we give customers. If you want anything with the court, I can give you the court's details. I only gave you this email because you said you made overpayment and you want some refund. This is the email that we give customers. So I've given you that information. Just send them an email, and they are the best people that can help you. I'm so sorry that you have to go through all this, but
that's all right. Like you say, it's an automatic process that happens. We're just the dummies on the ends of the computers pushing buttons, trying to make it work properly.
No problem. And you've already got that form, so you just fill that in, and there is an email there, or there would be an email there and everything on the form, and you can just go from there. Anything else I could help you with, Mark?
No, mate, thank you very much, and I appreciate your patience listening to me. I do ramble on sometimes, so I do apologise.
No problem. I understand your frustration. I know it can be frustrating, but let's just...
honestly, it's no longer frustrating anymore. After doing law for 10 years, I find it all just hysterically humorous. It's just a laugh to me now, because I understand how it works. But I can see how most people just get scare tactics. And I go to court and I have fun. I love going to court. So.
I'm just letting you know, Mark, just so you're aware, there are a couple of other fines that I can see. But
other couple of fines?
Another couple of fines that have been logged with court. One was on the last year.
Yeah, there was a bus lane ticket.
And there was in 2018. Have you dealt with the team already regards to that? Or?
Oh, that's all been dealt with. Like the one you can see that last year, I believe it was the 8th of January, the bus lane ticket on Manukau Station Road. That was the one. That was the one that I took to court, spent 18 months, and ended up paying off at $5 a week. Which ironically, I just finished paying off that $5 a week to the Department of Collections, and then I got the bus lane ticket in Queen Street. So.
No problem. It's my job to tell you, so I'm telling you what it's showing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's all been dealt with and paid for, so.
Anything else I could help you with, Mark?
No, my friend, you have a pleasant day, and thank you very much for tolerating me.
No problem at all. You take care. Have a good evening.
Alright, you too. Bye now. Okay, so we've got the information there to contact Auckland Transport for refunds, people, which I will be making public fucking knowledge. So you can contact AT and get refunds if you think you've paid them too much money, because honestly, as I've just proven, and partly because of my rambling, It's like getting blood out of fucking stone to get the answers, because you go through all of the bullshit, just like I did with the last call for the Ministry of Justice. You go through all of the crap just to find out one thing that you need to know. The CRN for the court. This guy, I just needed to know their fucking email address to get a refund. So, how ridiculous. Anyway guys, you guys might get humour out of this. You might all think, oh Mark, you're full of shit, why are you wasting your life? I do this to assist others. I go through this crap to put it up on YouTube so others don't have to go through it, so you can learn through me. I'm not the type of guy that likes to spout off what you should do and what you shouldn't do, like all of these gurus that you see on fucking YouTube going, oh, you've got to do this and you've got to do that, and yet they themselves have never gone through the process or know from a first-hand primary evidential perspective what the fuck they're talking about. I do not tell other people what to do unless I've done it myself or had dealings in that same process. Okay? That's why I deal with a lot of, you know, criminal convictions and that sort of thing, because I've dealt with those. And by criminal convictions, I've never been to jail. I've never been charged with any serious offence. I did hit an intellectually handicapped guy in a wheelchair when I was 17 in a Fiat Bambina, but that's about the extent of everything I've done. And Brian's still living and kicking it down in Timaru. I was only doing 20k an hour, and I broke his wheelchair. He wheeled out in front of me on a pedestrian crossing. These things happen. But yeah, that was 35 years ago now. So, you know, I've dealt with that sort of stuff. My mate Brent down in Wellington, he deals with a lot of the family court stuff, and Oranga Tamariki and child youth and family, and the family court system. He's brilliant at that. Me, I love to deal with the criminal stuff, and I'm learning about the civil stuff as well. In fact, in October I'm going to a private civil prosecution in the High Court over a defamation case. But that's another story. So yeah, I do this stuff to learn. I don't work. My health doesn't allow me to work. But luckily, if I take care of myself, I'm able to go out and do all of this shit, to learn it, to teach other people. Or at least, if not to teach, at least to show by example how I do things. Some people can knock me for it if they like. Other people, you know, they give me a pat on the back. I don't do it for gratitude or anything. I simply do it to help others, to make to make the world a better place. That's the whole point, is to make it easier for the next generation and to pass on that knowledge. My kids are going to be a nightmare if they ever get dragged into a court system. I've studied law for 10 years, which ironically means that they've also gone through it, and the wife, you know. But they tolerate me because they know I'm doing it for a good reason. I don't get ostracised, you know. I'm not one of these COVID nutters that freaks out and fucking ruins their lives over fucking delusions. But, you know, I'm definitely doing this for a good purpose. Okay? I have a bit of fun doing it because, hey, the whole point of life is to fucking well enjoy yourselves. And I don't want other people to feel bad, which is why I always try and keep on good terms with whoever it is I'm talking to. It's not their fault personally. They just have a job to do. And no, it's not, the browncoats swung in the Nuremberg trials as well. They were just doing their job. Yeah, these guys aren't killing people. They are just doing their job. There's a bit of a difference there. When people bring up the browncoats and they swung too in the Nuremberg trials, yeah, they were involved in mass genocide. They deserved to swing. The people on the ends of the phone are just doing their jobs, trying to earn money, keep a roof and food in their fucking bellies. They don't deserve to get put over the coals. Some of them have shitty attitudes, in which case you get what you give, reap what you sow. Enough for my babble, guys. I'm just in one of those moods this morning. So I apologise. If you can't understand me because I haven't got teeth in, believe me, it's better to hear me this way than it is to hear me with my teeth in and just listen to the teeth rattling all the time. And quite frankly, after having false teeth in your mouth, or at least this is what I'm finding, new to false teeth, it fucking hurts. After about keeping them in your mouth for 12 hours, your gums are throbbing. You can actually feel them pulsating because they're not used to it. And I've had false teeth now for 6 months. So yeah, I don't wear them a lot, and I certainly don't wear them when I'm eating, because that's another horrible story. Enough of my babble. Have a great day, guys. I will keep you informed as always. Much love to everyone, to all of my new 3,500 subscribers. Okay, just to show you I'm not bullshitting. 3,500, 9,978, almost 10 grand. 3,513 new subscribers in 28 days. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my channel. It's like YouTube released a block. But for the last 3 weeks odd, I've been getting at least 100 subscribers a day. The proof's right there for you. Alright. So guys, much love. I will catch you all later. Thank you so much for tolerating my bullshit. Bye.
We will be contacted by mental health professionals in the following days. I look forward to catching up with you next time. All the best.